April in Vancouver. This is when everything starts waking up again. You can feel it when you step outside. The air is a little warmer, the days are getting longer, and your garden slowly starts coming back to life. And for most people, this is the moment where they start thinking about planting. They go to the nursery, they look around, see all the fresh plants coming in, everything looks healthy, full, alive, and they feel excited. And honestly, that's one of the best parts of spring. But after working on gardens for over 25 years, there's something I've learned. What do you do before planting? That's what decides how your garden will grow this entire year. Spring is not just about planting, it's about resetting. After winter, your garden has been through a lot. Months of rain, cold soil, very little air movement underground, and over time, the soil becomes compacted. Even if everything looks okay on the surface, underneath, it's usually tight, heavy, and tired. This is what I was working on today, and this is very typical for early spring here in Vancouver. If you look closely, you can see the soil is compacted. There's no real structure. Things are a bit crowded, and nothing is really working together. And again, this is not because someone did something wrong. This is just what winter does. But here is where most people go off track. They look at this and they think, okay, I just need to add something new. So they go out, buy new plants, and start planting right away. And sometimes it works for a little while, but most of the time those plants struggle. They don't grow properly, they don't establish well, and people end up feeling frustrated again. And it's not because the plants are bad, it's because the foundation isn't ready. So the first thing I do every spring is to go back to the basics. I start with the soil. I loosen the soil. Now when I say loosen the soil, I don't mean flipping it over. I'm not digging it like a vegetable garden. All I'm trying to do is bring back air into the soil. Because after months of rain, the soil becomes compacted. And when soil is compacted, roots can't breathe, water doesn't drain properly, and air can't get in. And without air, the soil starts to lose life. So what I do is very simple. I take a pitchfork and I gently push it into the ground, not to turn the soil, just to open it up. Then I rock the pitchfork back and forth slightly to create small holes and gaps inside the soil. That's it. You're not trying to break everything apart, you're just trying to create space. Because those small gaps let in air, let air back in, let water move properly, and help the roots breathe again. And this part is really important. You don't want to flip your soil because the top layer of soil is where all the life is. That's where your beneficial microbes are. And if you turn that upside down and expose it directly to sunlight, you can damage or kill that microbial life. So instead of working against the soil, you're working with it. You're just trying to help it recover. And once the soil can breathe again, everything else becomes easier. Plants establish faster, water drains better, and the whole system starts coming back to life. Now let's look at the same space after. You can feel the difference right away. It's cleaner, it's more open, it makes more sense again. There's space, there's structure, there's balance. And nothing complicated was added. You didn't overload it, we didn't try to fix it with products, we just reset the foundation. And now, when you plant into this, everything changes. Your plants have room to grow, better soil conditions, and a much higher chance of success. And instead of constantly fixing problems all season, you start seeing the progress. Your garden starts moving forward instead of repeating the same cycle year after year. And that changes how you feel about your garden. It's no longer stressful, it's no longer confusing. You're not just guessing anymore, you understand what's happening. And that's when gardening becomes enjoyable again. So this spring, before you rush out and buy more plants, take a step back, look at your garden properly, and ask yourself, is it ready? Not just on the surface, but underneath. Because what you do right now at the start of the season will shape everything that comes after. Spring is not just about planting, it's about preparing. And once you get that right, everything else becomes a lot easier. Okay, so this is a little job I'm doing here today. So I'm going to plant some periwinkle, which, yes, I know it's an invasive species in Vancouver, but the client wants it here. So this is going to fill in the space all through here. Got the nice evergreen foliage and blue flowers on it. And then on the other side you can see the heather already kind of starting here. All the way down, just kind of a mix of light purple and white. And then I'm going to do 3 colors as kind of a wave from the top here. I think I'm going to do the dark purple kind of waving down and then into white and then into the light purple as we get to the bottom. So yeah, we'll show you the finishing touch when I'm done. Okay, here we have it, all finished. I just kind of created like a pathway with the blue down around the corner, or the dark purple, a white big clump in the middle, and then kind of a wave the light purple at the end. It'll kind of trail down into that purple. This white will kind of come down the hill into this white, and then that purple will come down, or pink, down into that side there. And then on the side, you can see some side angle there. It all kind of blends in with the different colors. And then at the front here, I did the periwinkle, which will eventually just kind of spread and take over this hillside with the nice blue flowers. There we have it. In the next video, I'll show you what I actually plant this time of the year and what consistently works here in Vancouver. If you're curious, just follow again.